This is Thursday Night Men's League in Kodiak, Alaska. Some of my best friends in the world. When you live in a town this small, you gotta find things that make it fun. It was real bad. Nothing Carol can't fix. Come on, Carol. Kodiak is my favorite place in the world. I've been a lot of different places, but this place feels like home, and there's really no place quite like it. I have been commercially fishing for 25 years in Kodiak, Alaska. As I've seen the options for fishing in Kodiak disappear, and you look at the history of Kodiak and how we were once the king crab capital of the world, and now it's really hard to catch a king crab here. I mean, just the instability of the fisheries is scary because of the climate. Cod eggs are not surviving in the warmer waters. Cod for me was my bread and butter. I depended on the ocean for 30 years, and so I felt obligated to try to give something back. And I think that's where this comes from. Just something that I could do to give back to something that sustained my family. I think that's what excites me about kelp a lot, is that it's generally a shoulder season for a lot of these fisheries. I think that it creates a big opportunity for fishermen in the area to have something else to do. Man, that's like the best clarity we've had in a long time. Just throw it past that buoy a little ways. Whatever it hooks on, we'll just pull it up with that. Kodiak, to me, came as an accident. Got one? Bring it over the bow. I had a lot of friends from here, and I came here with an ex-girlfriend. Walk this way just a little bit more. We didn't work out, and I was broke, so I kind of got stuck here and started fishing and fell in love. Sorry, Chris. It just became something that I really couldn't stop thinking about. I want to see this industry have a place in Kodiak and a mainstay in Alaska. And it'll allow me and others like me to stay near or on the water. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Let's go grab another one, check it out. Well, let's go that way, like 3 or 4 lines. I was born in Redwood City, California. We left before my first birthday, and my parents settled in Bend, Oregon. At the age of 14, we moved to Sitka, Alaska, where my dad took a job as a general manager of a distributorship, and my mom continued her career as a nurse. From the moment I held a fishing pole, it was all that I wanted to do. So Sitka really did fit me perfectly. You're done with all this stuff, it can be washed, right?
Yes, please. And really capture this, because Nick doing the dishes is a very rare occasion.
Call it a rare occasion, that's not true. What's up? Hi.
Hi, honey.
Do you guys want to cook dinner as a family like we always do? My wife Stephanie helped her aunt with a daily radio bit called Fish Radio. The show aired throughout Alaska and dealt with issues, news, and events surrounding fishing.
This is Fish Radio. I'm Stephanie Mangini. A type of seaweed that naturally tastes like bacon is quickly becoming the new superfood.
Steph decided to do a piece on kelp bacon, and that kind of led me to a rabbit hole about kelp farming and what they were doing in Maine.
Researchers are finding that it tops another leafy green superfood, kale.
It's much more nutritious than kale, for sure.
And I just thought it was really interesting and thought, why shouldn't we be doing this in Alaska? Which led me to being one of the first here in our state. Okay. Holy crap. That's a better looking line, right? My brother-in-law Eric had already done a lot of the homework on a site close to town, so it really helped me to expedite the process. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I got the application in through 3 1,200-foot grow lines of sugar and ribbon kelp, and that netted about 10,000 pounds, which was Alaska's first commercial harvest. When I pulled up my first line of seaweed, I was surprised to say the least. It's just really hard to wrap your head around how fast this stuff grows, especially that last 3 weeks in April.
Ooh, right here is a good one. This has got to be a good one.
It's all the things that the market wants, nice and dark brown. When the sugar kelp gets nutrient starved, it turns really light and like almost golden in color. So when you get nice dark blades that are big and wide like this, it's a good sign. I like the challenge personally, so to me that was a big part of the allure of kelp farming. To have the opportunity to grow an industry from the ground up is something special that you don't get very often. It's crazy. It's like you never thought it would have been interesting, but it's pretty interesting. Like the last thing in the world I thought I was gonna do is try to get kelp onto a boat. I mean, never in my life did I think that was gonna be part of my everyday job. And here I am, like who am I? It's pretty good too. After my first year, I expanded to a 17-acre site in the same location, and we grew around 30,000 pounds. Oh man, look how good the bull kelp's growing. So this is a species that everybody wants to know how to farm right here because it's starting to disappear. Look how long that is. I mean, the biomass here is insane. This is like a 40-pound freaking thing. Pretty cool, huh? I'm always looking to grow as a company, although the landscape of processors and processing in Alaska is not growing at the same rate as farmers. So we are kind of outpacing the market. I went to Blue Evolution as my market in the beginning, and they've since put roots in Kodiak, created a ton of jobs, and I have deals in place to work with them through the foreseeable future. Since I've lived in Kodiak, I've watched fisheries collapse, the canneries consolidate to a point where new opportunities for families that live here just don't exist. And I really just hope that this could be, where mariculture finds its niche within our community.
What's up, big dog? How are you? And how's things?
I fell in love with Kodiak and the people here, feeling a closeness and the sense of community that exists here. Ray's shirt is so paisley.
It's so great.
Imagine if he sat on our old couch, he'd be like camouflage. I got out of fishing just because I didn't want to spend 6 months away from my family anymore. I love you though. I all of a sudden was in Dutch Harbor for most of my year, or ended up on the coast of California for 11 months. And it's just not why I started doing this, and I wasn't a part of my own family. Yeah, I just want to leave my kids a better life, and what can we do to make this a better future for them? Now that they're moving out and getting ready to go on their own, it's really scary. I guess to just leave any legacy on Alaska that really creates a new economic driver would be something that I could be really proud of. I always said if I wasn't a fisherman, I would try to get more involved in the community. So I think this is just maybe a little entrance point to that. Kelp has its place in trying to remediate climate change in one way or another. What can we do to use this just as a tool to help curb climate change, really?